I just found out something really funny. I want to share it with you guys. Oh, the lights went out. We're back. Happy Thanksgiving Eve. I hope you guys are being safe whatever you're doing and whenever you're watching this video. If you're watching it on Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving. I made a short today. And sometimes when I see Instacart orders that are just like make me laugh, and I'm like, oh my God, these are so bad, I take a screenshot because maybe I want to reference it. And I'm glad I did. So I made a short today about how we shouldn't be delivering these bad orders and shopping for people on the holidays when there's no tips and people want us to go into stores and find things and wait in long lines and bag it and put it in our car and bring it to the door and they don't leave you a tip. I mean, those people are despicable, uneducated, miserable clowns. I said what I said. But this is what's funny because yesterday, this order came through on my app. And it was like, if you look at the time, I think it says like 4-something, 4:30, 4:40, something like that. I don't know. And I'm like, oh my God, this order's horrible. Let me screenshot this because I like to just, I do that. I sometimes use them as a point of reference as I did in today's short. 3 hours later, that order came back to me and I didn't realize it. It came back at $15 and I saw the little flame. And I didn't, I saw it and I saw it was only not a lot of items, like maybe 15 or 18 items, something like that. And it was only a couple of miles when I got it the second time. So I accepted it. I was like, oh, this makes sense. As you can see here, it took me 28 minutes, I think, right? No tip. But I didn't realize that until I looked at and I made my short today. And I'm like, I'm looking at the screenshot. I'm like, the items, I shopped that. I remember the bread and the 2 cherries and the pizzas. I did that order 3 hours later for $15. 0 tip. I didn't even realize it until I made the short. But why am I mentioning this? Why is it relevant? It's relevant because no tip, no trip is a thing. But with Instacart, sometimes I see it and I'm like, I don't dissect it. I was driving, I'm like, I accepted it. I wish I didn't, but that's a whole nother time. I made $15 in 28 minutes. Not bad. I mean, nothing wrong with that. But in hindsight, I delivered to a clown. I delivered to a miserable person that is either uneducated or doesn't give a about what we do for them. So if I can go back in time, I would not have accepted it. But you guys could beat me up or debate me in the comments. That's fine. I'm not mad I did it, but I just don't like delivering to those human beings. That's me. Now, why this is important and why we should be declining these orders on any platform when you don't see a tip. This is why I declined it and didn't accept it when it came in at 4 o'clock for $7 because that's despicable, right? So I declined it as I should have. And I'm glad I did because Instacart had to add $8 to that 3 hours later for it to be worth my time. And it was. Or if I was on another delivery, somebody else could have taken it for $15. It was worth their time. But if we as drivers accept that at $7, or if we accept a $2 or $3 order on DoorDash, or a $2 or $3 order on Uber, or whatever, we're letting the company and the customer win. That customer had to wait 3 hours, as they should have, because they didn't leave a tip. I don't care what you say. I believe they waited and they waited and they waited 3 hours when they should have waited 30 minutes, 28 minutes, whatever it took me to, right? Instacart had to come out of their pocket and out of their profits to make up for the miserable customer not leaving a tip. On Tuesday, 2 days before, and they're getting their Thanksgiving things and their cherries to make this and their pie filling I had to buy and the pineapples and the pizzas that they ate and the bread that they're going to make. They waited an extra 3 hours and maybe they don't care because it's whatever. They didn't need it for that time. The point is, the more we decline, the more we say no tip, no trip. I'm not taking it unless the company comes out of their pocket. And they did exactly that yesterday. I didn't realize it till today when I went back to make the short and I looked at the screenshot. I'm like, I'll use this one. And I'm looking, I shopped that order 3 hours later. As you can see, it said 7 o'clock. It initially came to me at $7 at 4. This is why we decline the trash, because eventually, hopefully, they'll make up for it and pay. And I've seen that a lot with Instacart. I'll see something come in at $8 and sometimes minutes later it's $9 and minutes later it's $10. Eventually, if it's worth your time, take it. Make the company pay you more. because we're valuing our time more. I saw it at 15, it made sense for me. I saw it at 7, absolutely not. When I saw it at 7, there was no tip. I saw it at 15, I didn't even realize, but I saw the items, the store, and everything lined up. They paid me double what initially they offered me. Make these customers wait, and then make the company pay you more. This is a case in point of no tip, no trip. It didn't technically work because I accepted it, but I declined it. Other people in St. Louis saw it, didn't take it, declined it, and the company had to come out of pocket, and that miserable scumbag human being customer had to wait, as they should have, especially during the holiday season. If you're out right now and you're watching this movie or watching this video, okay, and it's 9:30 on the East Coast, 8:30 in the Central, and 6:30 on the West Coast. You're probably out. You might be watching it, and you're in your car. Do not take crap orders. Decline it. Make it better for you, because it might come back to you like it came back to me, and make it better for another driver. Either the company or the consumer has got to pay us. We hit decline. There's power in decline. I got paid an extra $8 because I wasn't willing to take it initially. All the apps eventually can add money. We have power when we hit decline. 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 Y'all have a great Thanksgiving. I feel good that I made this video. This was an impromptu, but I noticed it. I was like, I want to share this because too many of us we hit accept too much. And even sometimes me, when I shouldn't. Decline, 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 decline. So that you're available when it's worth your time, or you're available when a human being respects you enough to leave you a tip, especially on shopping apps. I don't care what you say. You tip when you go out to eat, when somebody's writing down on a pad and they bring you your order and they bring you a refill, but you don't tip somebody driving their automobile shopping for you during the holiday season. You are the scum on the bottom of my shoe. And I'm glad she waited 3 hours, and I'll remember where she lives, and I will never accept an order from that person again. Y'all have a great night. Just a reminder to you guys, today is not a day that we deliver to miserable clowns. You're going to get into these stores and people are going to want to have you do their shopping for them, and they're not going to tip you, or they'll tip you $1 on any app. Don't do anything that is crazy. Okay, this is why. It's going to take you 15 to 20 more minutes today to shop. The lines are going to be long. Make good selections. So if your minimum is whatever amount it is for you, make sure you're adding $5, $10, $15 to that, because you're going to spend more time and energy on these orders. Do not. Obviously, nobody's taking that, okay? But even if it looks, just stay away. Be more selective today, because these orders are going to take you longer to shop today. It's very, 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 very busy, a lot of traffic. So either stay home, or if you go out, don't deliver to miserable people like this. Have a great day. Just a reminder to you guys, today is not a day that we deliver to miserable clowns. You're going to get into these stores and people are going to want to have you do their shopping for them,